one piece of food left when you finish the kill because you went in with only one piece of food and you perfected the fight. Got it. Understood. I like Bruce's advice. I don't think I could have said it better myself. Take out a fourth of his health on a melee rotation now. Dang, that's pretty good. Sounds like you're getting it, which is awesome. Progress. Technically, you only have to melee. You could just ignore. I mean, that's true, but you said you wanted to learn it, which is why you're doing the switching and stuff. I think you're making the right call. I think Mike might have been saving us whenever he said he just had to pee. I think he was not wanting to give us the full story of why he was leaving. He's been gone a little while. So, while Mike's gone, last night, I think as I mentioned, that my wife was like doing baked goods with her mom, and that's why I was able to stream for longer, was because she was focused on that. And I found out today, I come home from work and I see like 2 Ziploc bags of cookies on the table, on the counter, and I was like, I happened to already be on the phone with her when I walked in the door. I was like, hey, these bags of cookies on the counter, they're like for me to eat. And she was like, yeah, there's a darker bag and a lighter bag. The darker bag is for you if you want it. And I was like, okay, what kind are these? So she was like, well, they're all the same, but the darker one, I was planning on throwing them all away because they got overcooked and they're like super crispy. And the only reason I kept them is because her mom told her not to throw them away because some people like crispy cookies, but my wife was like, they're not perfect, so I must throw them away. And I was like, well, I'm happy your mom stopped you because, like, do you realize there's an entire company called Chips Ahoy that is based around crispy, crunchy cookies, and they're a completely successful business. And you're trying to tell me you were going to throw away perfectly good cookies because they were a little bit crispy, a little bit crunchy? Blew my mind. I'm happy your mom stopped her. You just throw away perfectly good cookies. I just realized I'm wearing insulated boots, by the way. I was doing Rune Dragons before I hooked up with, before Mike got here. That's 4 melee strength. Before y'all hooked up? Yeah, you never heard that phrase before? You should socialize more, Rain. You might catch on to some the colloquialisms. Yeah, he definitely had a poo. My man's taking a fat dumpy. I could have been cutting gems right now. That's like there's one streamer I watch that it was very he's been streaming for a while. It was very common that he would like at least half the time he'd say he had to be right back. He was going to pee. He'd be gone for like a couple minutes, and then he would pop up in chat and he'd be like, "I'm on my phone right now. The pee turned into poo. I'm not like it's gonna be a little bit." And it became such a trope in his chat that every time he had to pee, he was actually going to poop. That he changed his be right back screen to be like scrolling text. I see what you did there. You made me cough over a poo joke. I'm upset. Um, but he made like a scrolling text across the screen that's like, "Be right back, probably shitting." Telecom. I don't know what that means. Are you laughing at your own thing of making me cough or the scrolling text, Mike? The scrolling text, yeah, it's pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny. Move, move! Stop clicking the enemy and move! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it was Bruce I was talking to the other day. It might have been someone else, but I think it was Bruce I was talking to the other day. Where it's like it's kind of funny that if you watch streamers long enough, like say you join like a streamer like decently into their career and they have a lot of like repeated jokes they say a lot or like catchphrases or whatever, and you're like, wow, that's silly, like they just think of that, or how'd that come about? And then you watch someone as they're growing and you see the jokes and everything form, and a lot of the times it's like an accident, just something happens and it turns into a meme in that chat. And I'm kind of curious what'll eventually happen with me if like we'll eventually get any rolling memes based off of stupid things we say or do as a group. Like I was talking whenever I was talking about the same streamer, and oh, you suck, and I'm frozen, so I just get to stand here and take it. So that's cool. Um, like this same streamer was playing a horror game, and in the horror game, there's a part where you have like this piece of paper that is used to detect demons, and whenever he was running around looking for the demon with the piece of paper, he kept yelling like, "Ticket! I got your ticket! Come get your ticket!" And so he ended up like it ended up becoming it was just a small little joke about got your ticket, and it turned into like a huge thing in his chat where it's like he ended up making emote out of it, and people spam it and ask him for tickets, and I don't know. It's just crazy how something small like that turned into what it is. Ah! Ah! Uh, missing. Well, it's hard to tell if you missed anything because I don't know when you left. Neither do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a hilt on last kill, and I'm just doing the back to back with Mike now to be nice to him. Do you think do I think Mike would make a decent streamer? I have no idea. There's so many like different things that go into it. Like you have to have like the personality, you have to have the drive, you have to at least be somewhat tech savvy because like I've seen so many streams where their stream just looks bad. And honestly, it's like a big concern of mine a lot of times if I have like too much bloat on the screen and stuff like that. So I have no idea if you would. There's too many factors. There's no way I moved from that. Oh, I did. Wow. You believe in Mike? That's good. If Yari can do it, anyone can do it. I don't know if that's true. You'll start streaming, you'll just spam the Kree Screech over and over. I feel like that would be kind of a waste of your time, but hey, if you enjoy doing it, that's what matters. What invos should you use to go from 150 to 300? Which I don't know what your 150 invos are. Mostly Kefri and Zabak stuff. Do you have hardcore on? If you ever stream, you would do a chunk. I feel like that's a good idea. You need. I feel like you need a niche that's like that separates you, and that's kind of what I did with the chunk account. It kind of makes it niche. Okay, put put the change it to hardcore. Change it to check when you're how long it took you to do your last raid that you did, and put it on the closest time with that. And then change need some help to the hardest one of that because you have Banker's Note. And then what's it at? $205. Okay. If you're soloing and you think you can do fast memory game at Akka, you want to put Feeling Special on. Um, if you don't already, if you don't already have, you should have every Zabak one on except for there's one that you shouldn't. Like all of them except for one. I forget which one it is off the top of my head. Um, I would have every Baba one on except for Boulder Dash and the bananas. Well, okay, you can have Boulder Dash on if you're not gonna Boulder Skip. I only take Boulder Dash off because I Boulder Skip. Yeah, except Mind the Gap and Boulder Dash. Yeah. Did I not say that? I meant to say don't put that on. Oh yeah, Bananas, Boulder Dash, and Mind the Gap. My bad. But if you're not gonna Boulder Skip, you can turn Boulder Dash on. I really only turn Boulder Dash off if I'm gonna Boulder Skip. Oh, this is a banger. Alright, everybody's got to shut up and let me enjoy this song. Please come on. I think I'm falling. Back when I hear thunder, but I'm down to one last breath. Let me say, let me say. Me too, Mike. Me too. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet. It's so far down. Oh yeah, do Walk the Path, and you didn't have Walk the Path on? Okay. The first thing you need to do right now is turn on Walk the Path, and then throw on at least level 2, if not level 3. What do you mean, nope? You understand that? Do you understand that Walk the Path does more for you than any other invocation? Like, yeah, turn off other things. Walk the Path is #1 priority. No, Walk the Path is more important than 300. Not literally, but Walk the Path is like, you're at 300 with it now. Okay, turn on the level 3 when you start, the hardest Walk the Path one. I'm gonna die because I keep getting reflected. Ain't so far down. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet. Man, if I'd have got the freaking Hilton. Maybe 6 feet. What are you ugging? Oh, just being here? Yeah, I know, right? Pathfinder, whatever the hardest one is. The one that gives it like 3 levels. It's gonna make it insanely more difficult, but it gives you so many more points. Like, wait, did he leave? Am I by myself? I think I'm by myself. You got a tally. Okay, I totally missed that. Like, it's gonna make it way harder, but it's gonna make it way more rewarding. It's kind of like a risk-reward thing. Walk the Path, and the hardest Pathfinder you can do is very, very important to get maximum loots. On me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. So with Blazing Tombs are at 535. Did you put on the hardest path? Walk the Path? Walk the Path and the level 3 one, the hardest one? Okay, then feel free to drop 35 points, unless you're feeling ballsy and want to go harder. Have I told you how not worth solo TOAs are in leagues, by the way? I don't know if I've told you how not worth they are. Okay. Oh, let me get Super Combat out. But yeah, more for reps anything. Got you. So yeah, like, I would say let me pull up an invocation list real quick, and I know we probably have already covered it, but I'm gonna go over like the mandatory things you want. I think we've already achieved that, but like I said, I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, hardcore, the quickest speed one you can do. Now remember, you're making it a lot harder. So like, if your last rate at 150 was like you did it in 20 minutes, know that this is gonna take a lot longer. So maybe put it up to like 30 or something. Then you should have no help needed because we're in leagues. You should have walk the path and path master. Just in time for the first one. Good. So walk the path and path master. Um, I would say lively larva, more overloads, blowing mud, and aerial assault. You should have everything on at Kefri except medic. Well, not should. These are the ones you can do. Now that we're into bosses, I will say ones you can do. Everything except for medic at Kefri. Let me rephrase. Let me rephrase that. Yeah. I'm not gonna say. I'm saying. Let me rephrase that to. Those are ones that are good. Already was there. Okay, cool. On Zabak, everything except upset stomach is good. At Akka, you should have stay vigilant. Stay vigilant is what you're gonna do. Oh, you did your 150s upset? Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You should definitely have stay vigilant on Akka, because you're not gear swapping anyway. And then if you feel comfortable with the memory blast being faster, you can turn on feeling special. And then, yeah, we already talked about Baba. You should have gotta have faith and shaking things up. And if you're boulder skipping, do not turn on boulder dash. But if you're not boulder skipping, turn on boulder dash. And then blazing tombs, yeah. And then whatever you're comfortable with on. You should definitely have ancient haste on because you're gonna get through the pillar phase, the very initial pillar phase, super fast. But as far as the other 5 warden ones, that's kind of up to you on what you feel comfortable with. You can't do 2A without feeling special. I don't believe you. I'm just gonna straight up say I don't believe you. I think you can. Now, if you don't see it walk fast and it's set to slow, yes, you're going to die. Yeah, I also learned it with feeling special and overclocked 1 and 2, and then when I went back and knew that it was slow, I just clicked slower. You're at 540. I mean, yeah, you could just drop like 20. You get tripped up every time. I fully think you can do it. Yeah, so you can drop like 40. If there's any that you're concerned about. But the initial ones I told you to keep, don't drop them. Like hardcore, don't drop that. No help needed, don't drop that. Walk the path and pathmaster, don't drop that. I would focus on dropping boss specific ones that you're like, maybe I shouldn't have that. Cool. Let me know if there's anything else I can help with. I am good to be a helpful person or try to be. Like if you have any like few that you're like, oh, I'm not sure what to get rid of between these, I can try and help you pick what I think would be best between the ones you say to get rid of. Baby. I want to eat more of these crispy cookies, but I've already had so many I do not need them. Think you'll probably get rid of some of the Kefir ones, not because it's hard, because it's the most tedious term solo, in your opinion. Um, I don't. I'm trying to think of like how that's gonna help you. You're blowing through the other 3 rooms relatively easily. I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to think like how much are any of those like slowing you down? I mean, I guess if you're if you have like the 1 tick blowpipe and you're losing blowpipe tick, well, no, you're gonna have to move either way, right? Oh wait, I completely forgot where I was. I'm trying to think of like, is it summoning an additional scarab only thing? Well, you don't really kill the additional scarab, are you? Like, because doesn't it just summon an additional melee? And oh, you it's hard to trap the melee. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, you can get rid of that one. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. I was still thinking melee trapping for some reason. I'm dying in a prison of ice. Ah. All right, 525. You can, but understand that if you go to the final page, it'll tell you what your invocations are giving on like bonus health, bonus damage, all that jazz. And see if 500 to 525 changes those numbers. If it does, I would drop it to 500 just with random stuff, just so that way you have less health and stuff. Hey, Spoon, thank you for the raid. I hope you bring me luck on next, because next sucks and I'm ready to not be here anymore. Spoon is now spooning your channel with a raid. I hope I spoon. Well, it wouldn't really be spooning.
You will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
Aren't you just the worst? Watch me get it anyway right now. Okay, never mind. Welcome, Daryl. Welcome, Agile Tom. Welcome, Spoon, the man, the myth, the legend himself. How did the stream go? If you're in hell, everyone's coming with you. What do you mean? You got Puro. You got so many upgrades coming. You're pretty cool. So, yeah, dropping to 500 is a 10% reduction on everything. That 10% could be the difference. True, you're that guy. I'm ready to see the Coliseum attempts after you get some of these upgrades. And the lovely Essence grind. Can't wait for the Essence Implings galore. I did not mean to pull out that many sharks. Yeah, I hope everyone that came over Spoon's Raid is doing well. I'm Yoriosho, and I usually do chunk content when it's not Leagues time, so maybe once Leagues is over, I'll be back. You can see my chunker in the bottom corner over here, AFKing away with his colossal blade, because he's a beast. I'm up to 90 strength and 81 attack. The goal is 90-90, so... And then wherever I continue from there, if I get it before Leagues is over. And then we're on to the Calphite Queen grind. Gotta get the Dragon Pick, the Dragon 2H, the Dragon Chain Body, Magic Logs for fletching and fire making. Exciting times. I'm trapped in ice. Let's agree, excited for next call attempts after hunting / smithing too. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I cannot wait. Except I have to. Do it faster so I don't have to wait as long. You're trying RD45 Hunter? Dang, my man's grinding.